Good morning and welcome to Coffee Ann, the longest-running panel discussion show in American radio. To make a comment or ask a question to the panel, call 401-766-1240 or email coffee@woonsocket.radio.com. And now, let's join the Coffee Ann panel.
It is time for Coffee Ann here on ON, AM, and FM. Thanks for joining us Friday morning, April 28th. This is Joe Callahan here with Dave Richards.
This is Dave Richards.
Nice to have Dave with us. And we are going to be joined
I never left, Joe.
That's right. Quite a few people coming in. But for the first 15 minutes or so, it's just me and Dave, or Dave and I. We could
Click.
have good English, you know. Click. That's right. But Dominic Dwaron's going to come in to talk about Breakfast with the Saints coming up this weekend.
Sunday morning.
And that'll be about 8:15 to 8:30. And then we have a whole group of people coming in at 8:30 to talk about the George Nasuti 5K run.
Actually, the breakfast is 8 to noon.
Oh, okay. And coming up at 8:30, we'll have Judy Sullivan, Carol Nasuti joining us on the phone, Garrett Manseri, Matt Moylan, and Ellis Cooper. We'll all be here to talk about that. But before we get to all of that, Dave, we got a whole load of things going on here in the city of Woonsocket tonight and into tomorrow. And so we want to just do a rundown of those things. Also, Bellingham as well.
Do we want to do the list of things for the Northern Rhode Island Chamber, our sponsor, first?
Yes, let's do that first. That's a great idea.
Yesterday was the Issues at Eggs Breakfast. Coming up next week on May the 3rd, which would be Wednesday, it's the Wednesday Networking Coffee Hour. That's how I knew it was Wednesday. From 8 to 9 at the BBBS of Rhode Island headquarters in Providence. On the 10th of May, legislative reception on Wednesday, May the 10th, from 4:30 to 6:30 in the afternoon at the Rhode Island State House. Complimentary valet parking. Good, you'll need it. And
they say nice things about your car.
And on May the 15th, the Women's Business Council, 9 and Wine, that's spelled without the H, golf outing. That's on Monday, May the 15th, from 11:30 in the morning till 4 in the afternoon, the Kirkbrae Country Club in Lincoln. That's just a few of the wonderful events coming along. Plus, we have a big statewide event coming along. And this is something that the annual event consists of participants from more than 12 chambers of commerce throughout the state. I didn't know there were still 12. And they'll feature over 100 business displays, opportunities to connect with a variety of business professionals from throughout the state of Rhode Island. There'll be a cash bar, or hors d'oeuvres will be provided. So don't miss out on this event. It has so many opportunities to offer. Bring your business cards and build business connections. Only $20. That's the statewide business after hours. Oopsie, I'm sorry. That happened on Wednesday. I got that after the other one. I guess that's my mistake for preparing improperly. So we missed that on Wednesday. So sorry. And there you go. I missed it on Wednesday because I put it in the wrong place. All right. Well, that's the Northern Rhode Island Chamber of Commerce. 334-1000. Nice folks there will tell you how the chamber can work harder for you, especially while the legislature is in session. That's very important. And they can do that if you call them at 334-1000 after 9 a.m. this morning, because they don't answer before 9.
All right there, Dave. Thank you very much. Well, here's the rundown of the stuff that's going on tonight and a lot of things happening tomorrow.
An exhaustive rundown, friends.
The Dress for Success event taking place at Jerry's Bluffing Boutique is today from 4 to 7 p.m. Discovering your personal style in the professional world. There'll be food, a fashion show, selfie station, DJ, and you'll learn about job listings, scholarships, and internships as well. And there'll be a lot of clothes there that the young people can pick out so they look professional when they go on job interviews. And this all takes place at Jerry's.
With pink shoelaces, a polka dot vest.
You don't want to do that. Jerry's Bluffing Boutique at 285 Main Street here in Woonsocket, the Dress for Success event. Now, tomorrow, we have the Indoor Yard Sale and Vendor Fair. This is at Precious Blood Parish Hall, 94 Carrington Avenue here in Woonsocket. That takes place from 9 a.m. to 4 p.m. The Purple Up Spaghetti Dinner is tomorrow at 4 p.m. at the American Legion Post 85, 870 River Street in Woonsocket. Tickets are $10 per person. Proceeds go to Purple Up, the campaign to benefit Rhode Island military kids. Tomorrow is the Cops Walk Comedy Night Dinner and Fundraiser Doors open at 6 p.m., dinner at 7. Show is at 8. Proceeds go to the New England COPS to benefit families of fallen officers. This all takes place at Savini's Pomodoro, 476 Rathbun Street in Woonsocket. For tickets, contact the Woonsocket Police Department, or you can email mmartinson@woonsocketri.org. The 12th annual all-you-can-eat and drink beer and dynamite supporting the Run to Home Base is also tomorrow, 6 p.m. to 12 p.m. This takes place at the Elks Lodge on Social Street in Woonsocket. All proceeds for this event go to the Red Sox Foundation. It is a 21 and over event, and for more information, please contact Chris Lankto, 774-210-2398. There'll be live music at St. Joe's Veterans Association, 99 Louise Street in Woonsocket on Saturday, April 29th, 8:30 p.m. The Blue FOs will make their debut at this event at the St. Joe's. Okay, and live music at Club Lafayette from 8 p.m. to 12 p.m. The live music band, and it's open to the public at 8. Club Lafayette, 289 Aylesworth Avenue in Woonsocket. And the Amateur Radio Club is having their ham radio demonstration in Bellingham tomorrow, Dave.
Yes, I know,
At
from
the,
10 to 3
at the library.
Bellingham Library. That's something that, and you're not going to spend all day there, but if you have young nephews, nieces, grandchildren, or your own kids, bring them on up there and let them see what's going on. Hey, maybe it means nothing, but maybe it catches their eye and they really get interested in a hobby that's positive and constructive. So give them a look at it, because believe me, if you have a hankering to be a ham radio enthusiast, there are a lot of people in that hobby that can help you with things that will be of benefit to your life. I mean, learning how to repair things or calculate things. It helps out just so many different ways. And, of course, the community service as well. And that's what BVARC is doing, this Blackstone Valley Amateur Radio Club.
All right.
Tomorrow from 10 to 3 at the Bellingham Library. I'm going to be there with a mystery mic, but don't tell anybody because that's supposed to be a surprise.
Keep it a secret. All right. Now, things going on in the news, and you've heard Dave with this news story this morning, and we just want to bring it up now. Governor Dan McKee says 2 Rhode Island communities have signed municipal compacts for his new educational plan called Learn 365 RI.
Yeah.
So he wants to move away from the traditional 180 school days to a year-round instructional approach.
Which we all knew was going to improve our educational system.
Or you think it is.
Oh, no. We knew this a long time ago.
Mm-hmm.
But pulling it off is going to be a very, very interesting feat.
So Newport and Bristol have already signed on. But the big question is, Dave, how do you get the teachers' unions to agree
that's
to
easy.
That's
easy.
How?
Well, the answer's been there all along. All you have to do is hire more teachers and have them rotate shifts. Yeah, it's pretty simple.
They'll never go for it.
The teachers say, "Oh no, I can't be gone. I can't be teaching the second week of July. I've got a timeshare." No problem. We'll cover you for that week.
I don't know. I think you're going to run into teachers.
They already teach. They already pay the teachers 52 weeks a year.
Well, that's true. I know.
Right.
Yeah. Well, that's your option. That's their option.
Yeah.
You want to get paid for 8 months, or do you want to be paid for 12 months?
Even if they don't issue a check in July and August,
Yeah.
they are being paid for 52 weeks.
Well, right.
They are an employee for 52 weeks. They are not assigned to the classroom during the summertime. That's all.
All right, but
now
you
they'll
just
assign
brought it
you to
up.
the classroom.
You just brought it up. I got a timeshare in July. I got to
Right.
go. Okay, well, we'll bring in a substitute teacher.
Yeah, right.
What about the kids? When do they get the time off for the summer?
Well, there you
Whenever
go.
they want?
They may have to make up work after. Yeah,
How much time can the kids take off? 2 weeks? 3 weeks?
got me.
All right. See,
Depends on how much they want to make up afterwards.
The problem is, I don't think there's enough teachers. There's not enough teachers now.
Don't worry about it.
How can you not worry about it?
Listen. All this stuff is being put together by people who seek change, without getting too political about it. They're trying to make a big change. You can't make big changes in government without spending gazillions of dollars to do it.
And
Don't worry about it. They've got it figured out. All you got to do is spend more money.
So I know the teacher shortage
that's
problem.
the answer you've been looking for, Joe. All you got to
that's
do is
not what I was
spend
looking
more
for.
money.
Right. Now, I know there's a teacher shortage now, but coming along in the next few years, there actually won't be. There's plenty of new kids in high school and in college now, going through the educational system. So we're going to have enough teachers in a couple of years. So we can't worry about that. And this plan won't go into effect for a few years anyway to try to get everybody to sign off on it. I really think you're just going to have a problem, Dave, with the teachers union who, no, we want July and August off the whole 2 months.
Well,
We've always
Joe-
had it, and we don't want to get rid of it.
Joe, you're not taking a look at this in a historical or perspective.
No, I'm
Right.
not.
Mayoral academies,
Yeah?
prep schools, private prep schools.
Are they 365?
You couldn't possibly get those things in because of the teachers unions.
Yeah.
Go back 20 years, Joe.
Oh, so now
You
we're going
couldn't
to take
possibly
yeah,
get
right.
those things in without
Right.
because of the teachers,
Teachers union.
unions.
Oh, so now we're going
Guess
to hire
what?
non-union
They
teachers?
exist.
Right. But now this is the school system that's provided money by the state, which uses the union teachers. So you got more of an issue.
And
Although
how-
charter schools use state money too.
So Joe, what I'm trying to
Yeah.
say here, and I just baited you into all of that. I'm not trying
Mm-hmm.
to make you look bad. I'm just trying to say that these questions have been asked and answered. It's really very, very simple. You couldn't do that before. Dan McKee got the ball rolling, and with the help of other like-minded people, got it done. Dan McKee's going to the next step. And with the help of other like-minded people, I'm not betting against them, Joe. Do I think it's going to be easy? No. Do I even like the idea? No, because my personal beliefs on education is that education is a combination of instruction, which is book learning, and experience, which is summer vacation.
Yeah.
All right? You have your life's experiences and you have classroom instruction, put them together, and you are educated. You really are not educated without a balanced component of either one.
And I'm looking
And so
at.
I'm not real happy about it, but I would not bet against this man.
Oh, okay. Now I'm going to go to a practical side. Let's look at the schools. Let's look at the schools here in Woonsocket. How many of them have air conditioning?
Doesn't matter.
Yes,
If you
it
throw,
does, Dave.
No, it
Yes,
doesn't. If you
yes,
throw
it does.
enough money, that question's been asked and answered, Your Honor. If
Well,
you
what's the
throw
answer?
enough money at it, everything works out.
Oh, well, so we're going to throw money at the Woonsocket school system just to buy air conditioning for every classroom?
There you go.
You can't put in central AC, at least I don't think so.
Why can't you?
I don't know. I'm not an engineer, so I don't know if that's
Just
even
throw a little bit
feasible.
more. Put in splits, Joe.
Right. Yeah. Because you don't want because you put all those kids in one of these buildings
Yeah.
when it's 95 out with 98% humidity.
Right.
They're going to be passing out if there's no AC.
No problem.
No problem. No, we need more ambulances bringing them to the hospital.
No.
Yes, we do. So
And all your daycare people are going to be 100% in front of this.
daycare's okay.
pushing
They already
for it.
have enough AC.
No, but daycare is going to be in favor of it because now they're not going to have a slow season during the summertime where they're not needed.
I think
After
parents
school daycare programs, things like that, they're going to go year round.
Well, they'll be fine. I mean, they already have
Wait,
that.
look, Joe, I heard about this when I was in school.
And then
that
it
the
didn't
answer
take
to it
place.
all
Is
is
money.
this. That we got to. The reason we always had the summer off is because kids didn't show up because they were needed on the family farms to bring in the harvest and to tend the weeds.
Right, it's not like
all
that
right.
anymore.
And that right, it's not hasn't been like that for 150 years, Joe. And so now you've got a politician in a high place who says, "Why not? Why can't we try it?" And like I said, he's done some amazing things in the past. I didn't always agree with him, but I mean, I don't have to agree with him. I'll just say it one last time. I won't bet against him because this guy has gotten things through before that were totally impossible.
All right. Well, I'm going to bet against them this time, and I like Dan McKee.
Yeah.
So
okay.
we'll see. We'll see what happens with this. I think there's going to be a backlash from the teachers, and I think there's going to be a backlash from the parents.
Nobody
never
tries.
mind the kids, but
Nobody tries, nothing changes,
that's
Joe.
well, that's right.
Do you agree that something should change?
No, in terms of education, no.
Okay.
The system should stay the way it is.
We should stay several steps behind Massachusetts?
They go to school 180 school days. How come their test scores are so much higher than Rhode Island's? They got the same amount of days.
It's real simple. They
Money?
throw more money at it.
All right. Down here in Rhode Island, they're lining. Well, I don't know
I
if they're
hope
lining
people
up.
don't believe me.
Now you can get your new license plate today.
Oh, yes.
Featuring the large Mako shark. So I'm thinking maybe 100 people are going to go get this because there are shark aficionados and shark lovers out there. Okay,
bet they are.
That'll say, hey, this will be pretty cool. And so after the initial rush of shark license plates, well, then that's it. Your normal,
Well, they'll
not
come up
normal.
with
That's a bad word.
they'll
Your
come up-
average Rhode
Come
Island
up with
driver's
penguin
license.
license plates. They'll come up with.
I just don't think it's going to be the money
Right.
influx they think it's going to be.
Never
and,
is.
And who came up with the shark idea?
The American Shark Institute.
But why would they come to Rhode Island for that? We're not really
Because
known
we're
for our
pushovers.
sharks.
Are you kidding? We're getting to be more and more known for our sharks.
Yes, because they're passing by on their way to the Cape. Maybe they stop off and have some clam cakes. But yeah,
Stuff off of Iggy's, right?
that's right. Get an order to go, and they're on their way. Do we have a large amount of specifically mako sharks making their way up
Mako-
here?
No, I'm guessing because I wasn't there. But I do know that the Mako shark has an unmistakably shark-like appearance.
Okay, you know
So
exactly
that
what it
it
is.
wouldn't look like a fish to any casual observer.
It's definitely a
Mako
shark.
is a shark.
Okay, all right. So that's what they went with, and it's only
Dorsal fin, pectoral fins, big long tail, the whole thing.
it's only $42.50
That's right.
for a set. You got to get two, and $20 of that goes to the RSI, ASI.
ASI.
Sorry,
right.
I got
the
that.
American Shark Institute. John.
Atlantic Shark Institute.
Oh, I'm sorry, Atlantic.
So that's
Shark.
it's
Right,
it's a
okay.
money making thing. All right.
Yes, of course it is.
So you can order the plates if you want. AtlanticSharkInstitute.org/license plate. All right.
Right.
We're going to take a break at the moment. Davey, anything else you want to say about the Northern Rhode Island Chamber of Commerce? our
Yes, I
sponsor?
do.
Go ahead.
334-1000. Call them at 9 o'clock this morning.
Very good. Thanks, Dave. More coming up. Stay tuned. The best little auction in Massachusetts is Trudell's Auction Gallery in Bellingham. Auctions are presented every other Monday starting at 10 a.m. Please check out their website, TrudellsAuction.com, to see when the next auction takes place. You can stop by Trudell's Auction Gallery on the weekends before the auction to preview all the items being offered. You will see antiques and all sorts of personal property items from various estates. Trudell's Auction Gallery, 799 South Main Street, Bellingham. The Coffee and Panel is enjoying coffee from Down East Coffee in Pawtucket. They're a 62-year-old family business that roasts all its coffee right here in Rhode Island. Founded originally as Excellent Coffee Company, they provide great coffee to food service establishments throughout New England.
We're local and live at 99.5 FM, ON, AM, and FM.
It's Coffee and here on ON Radio. Thanks for joining us. Friday morning, April 28th. This is Joe Callahan here with Dave Richards. And we ran down a whole list of events that are taking place over the weekend here in Woonsocket and by nearby communities. But if you noticed, we left out one, and because we wanted to give it its own spotlight. The light's on Dominic Dwaron. Hey, Dominic, how are you?
Good morning. Good. How are you, Joe?
Good, because this weekend is Breakfast with the Saints time.
Breakfast with the Saints, our 11th annual, the 11th time we put on Breakfast with the Saints.
You must be working out okay. You keep doing it.
Yeah, you know, that's right. It really is one of our biggest events of the year, where everyone can come in and enjoy an enormous breakfast buffet under one of the world's most beautiful ceilings, which happens to be here in Woonsocket. Advance tickets are $20. Tickets at the door are $25. So we want to try to encourage people to purchase them ahead of time. You can get your tickets at Creative Impressions, Buloh's Flowers, The Honey Shop, Timeless Antiques, Vos True Value Hardware, or you can call 401-356-0713 as well. And of course, one of the big questions we get is what's on the menu, right?
Well, probably
Or what isn't on the menu? Because the menu is pretty extensive.
lobster, crab legs.
We'd have to charge.
No?
We'd have to charge
Not
$70 a
breakfast
ticket
food.
for something like that.
That's right. That's right.
Anything's food. Anything's breakfast food. Come on.
That's right.
We've had pizza in the morning.
Pizza. There you go.
Right?
Yeah.
See? So of course it's scrambled eggs. Then Wally makes a loaded scrambled eggs, which has got cheese, bacon, Italian sausage in it. Then he makes this delicious breakfast pasta, and of course you got baked beans. Then he makes this really good apple maple French toast and sausage patties, hot cold cereal, coffee, juice, and sometimes he throws extra stuff in there, so you never know what else. Is
What's
gonna
in
be
the coffee?
buffet. Yeah, could be in the coffee.
Like Irish coffee.
A little Bailey's goes a long way. But this really, we used to do this in September I think it was last year, the year before. After the pandemic, we moved it to May, coming out of the winter season or the winter.
Well, this is almost May.
This is almost May, yeah. Of course, you could probably say the winter that wasn't maybe, but they still had some cold days and stuff. And so
That's right.
this kicks off our tour season, because this will also be the first day of tours. So we'll have during the breakfast, if you've never been, we have our tour guide Joe Petrucci there, who gives sort of an abridged version of the tour, and then in the afternoon we'll start our full length tours, which will run through into November. So this gets us out of the heating season, out of the winter season, into the spring season, and kicks off our official season. And it's really one of the most important events and biggest events that we have at the center that directly benefits the center. We'll serve anywhere between 400 to 500 people. So
I certainly hope so. Now, of course, Sunday is going to be a better day than Saturday and Saturday night. But if it's getting up, it's a little rainy, go out anyway, for Pete's sake. It's not going to happen next week.
It's dry inside.
it's dry inside.
Lots of smiles.
That's right,
I'm just a little
that's right.
concerned, because sometimes people say, "Oh, I don't want to go out in the rain." Don't be a baby.
Yeah,
This happens once a year, for Pete's sake. Once a year.
Once a year. And one of the cool things that when Wally, who's always unfortunately stuck in the kitchen, he'll manage to pop his head up once in a while. And
And he hits his head on the vent, right?
that's right. And one of the things he noticed, and it's tough to notice when you're in the room, is it really turns into this almost like a tourist attraction. Like when you're traveling around, if you're in Europe or something at the great cathedrals, people wandering around with their cameras out taking photographs.
With their plate of food in one hand and
plate of food in
camera
one
in the
hand,
other.
camera in the other hand. So it really helps to move the center into that direction of being very vital, very important, and the such. And so it's a great event. And of course, in June we're going to have our Italian night, our fresco Italian night. So you come to the breakfast, you see the room lit one way because of the sunlight, and then you come in June to the fresco Italiano, and then because it's later in the day, the sun starts setting, and the room looks completely different. So you get to see the room in two different times of the day, which gives two.
Just to
different
remind
feelings.
everybody, this is upstairs.
This is upstairs.
Right.
This is upstairs under the frescoes.
It's not down in the basement where we do Mardi Gras.
No. This is definitely upstairs. And with the invention of the smartphone, which you can start doing now, and I've started doing this, and to start learning more and digging more and discovering more, is you just grab one painting, and then you sit there with a smartphone and you start researching everything that you see in that painting. And you'll be there for a half hour, 45 minutes on that one painting, pulling out all the symbolism, pulling out what does this mean, what does that mean, what's the story behind it. There's always much more to the painting than what you're seeing. So this presents a great opportunity to do that for more discovery. I've been there my whole life. Most people know I've been there my whole life, and I'm finding new stuff all the time. So the breakfast, great opportunity to do that.
A nice relaxed app. And you probably bump into people you know.
Absolutely. So you can eat.
I always do.
Absolutely. So you can eat at the tables and then shift over to one of the pews to allow other people to sit and eat. And while you're in those pews, start researching.
Take pictures.
Yeah.
So Wally Rathman will be doing the cooking, and so what do you do at this event?
Smile.
He's
Smile
the
and-
official.
you greet people.
He's the
Come on
maitre d'.
in.
I'll
You're the
be,
maitre d'.
I'll be greeting people, helping to troubleshoot upstairs.
All right.
You don't want me to cook because you'll have 400 people with their faces in their plates. Wally's the great. He's the cook. He cooks
He
really,
is.
really well.
Well, I don't know if you serve or if it's done buffet style.
It's done buffet style.
Okay.
Buffet style, and so we have a great group of volunteers coming in to help us out with that. And
You eat faster with a buffet, so. I like buffets.
yeah.
I love.
And you
buffets
get just
myself.
as much of
Yeah, what you
whatever
want.
it is that you want.
Yeah, if you like something a little bit more, you grab a little bit more of that, a little
Yeah,
less of
sure.
that one. This way you're not, fixed portions, stuff like that.
Right.
No, buffet style.
You
Yeah.
want loaded eggs? Take some
Yes.
loaded eggs.
That's right. So no, it's a great morning. So again, it's $20 in advance, $25 at the door, and it's this coming Sunday, 8 a.m. to we advertised 11, but we'll serve to noontime if we need to. No big deal. There's usually plenty of food.
All
so.
right. And we're getting our tickets at the Honey Shop.
Yeah, Honey Shop.
They're open
Belo's
today and
Flowers,
tomorrow?
Open today, tomorrow. Belo's Flowers, Creative Impressions in Manville, Timeless Antiques.
Where's Creative Impressions in Manville? Can you give me a better idea
Yeah,
where that is?
188 Railroad Street.
Oh, Railroad Street. Yeah, everybody knows where that is.
Yeah, and Timeless Antiques on Main Street, and friends over at Vos True Value Hardware
Yeah.
on Cumberland Street. Or you can call our telephone number,
Peg and
401. Yep,
Nice
356-0713. Great family, big supporters of the center.
Mm-hmm.
Actually, all the businesses are great families and great supporters. They're all family-owned businesses. How about that?
What do you know?
What
Now
do you
this
know?
this is a fundraiser for St. Anne's, right?
All the funds go directly
Quickly-
to the Art Center.
Okay.
Correct.
Is
Yeah.
this your biggest fundraiser of the year?
This is our biggest one of the year. Yeah,
All right.
biggest
So
one of the year.
you always want it to be a huge success then.
Absolutely.
All right. Very good.
They deserve it after struggling through the pandemic.
Yeah.
I mean, how many times did we these spunky folks over at St. Anne, they just managed to get events done under the restrictions of the pandemic.
Yeah.
I remember driving into the parking
drive-thru.
lot to pick up
Yeah.
some food and
That's right.
going home to eat it. What that does to you, it's incredible.
Yeah.
Was this year was the high price of eggs an issue on what to charge people and like that?
Everything, all
Everything
the
went up?
prices,
Everything went up?
everything.
Not just eggs.
Like one of the items we actually haven't had in a couple of years was bacon,
Ah,
because bacon is just
That's up
Through the roof.
Through the roof
so
too?
expensive, and especially you go to restaurant supply places and you think supply
you
places
might
would
get
be
a deal.
cheaper.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not all the time. No.
So retail is just as same price.
Retailers can be the same price. Absolutely. So sometimes you have to pick and choose your menu, and sometimes the menu changes at the last minute because you're like, you know what,
We couldn't get this.
we just
couldn't
get
afford
it.
it.
Or
Yeah,
just-
we
it was just
ordered
way
it and
too
it didn't come
expensive.
in. Yeah.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Things are in back order, stuff like that. So not just us. I mean, restaurants, runs right down the
Oh, yeah.
right down the line.
Sure it does. We see it.
So breakfast with the Saints this Sunday.
All right.
8
very
o'clock.
good.
8
8 o'clock. Is it all you can eat for the $20, or is it one sitting kind of thing?
No, pretty much all you can eat. But
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I think most people, once they go through once because of what's offered,
Yes.
most people are filled up.
We're
Yeah.
done.
Well, you might,
Especially
my
after the
plate-
loaded eggs.
My plate's full, but I want the French toast. So let me
you
come back,
come back
eat,
and second
eat,
that.
eat, and
That's
go,
right.
and go back in line again and get that stuff. All right.
That's right.
So, all right. So this is the 11th annual?
11th
Breakfast with
annual.
Saints.
11 years we've been doing this.
All right.
It
Well-
just gets bigger and bigger.
Well, we hope it's a big success for St. Anne's, and tickets are $20 in advance or $25 at the door, and it's this Sunday. And we get all those events going on Saturday.
I
It's the
know.
only one going on Sunday.
I love it.
So
So do we.
you got the no excuse. Oh, I had to be somewhere else or
That's
anything like
right,
that.
that's
No,
right.
you didn't. You had to be here. So there you go. All right. We got a few minutes before we got to let Dominic go. Did you want to weigh in on what the governor wants to do with this whole let's have school 365 days a year? I don't know if you heard Dave and I going back and forth on that.
I did hear you guys going back and forth. There's a number of things to take into consideration too. That you have a whole economy based on summer camps.
Yes, you do.
So that could disappear. So those are other jobs that so there a number of other things that have to be considered. Should we do year round? Then you got to fix the buildings so they can accommodate the year round, like you mentioned with the air conditioning.
Dave said that we'll just throw money at it.
I can oh my gosh, I can remember being in school at the old middle school when June came around, and even with the windows open, it was
Oh, yeah, it was
ghastly.
terrible.
It was awful.
Were
awful.
you, was your classroom able to at least have a fan?
No, we didn't.
Sometimes we had at least like one fan for all in one room.
No, I didn't.
No,
I
not
don't remember
even
there
that,
being
no.
any fans. And then
Wow.
even the high school, you have interior classrooms with no windows.
No windows. Okay.
And so, holy moly, I can.
Well, Dave's just going to throw money at it. So.
if
I know.
if you can find the money to upgrade, sure. But then, what do you do with that summertime economy that you're gonna lose?
Think of your amusement parks and your water parks.
The amusement park. Even just in Rhode Island, going to the beaches, spending
going to
money
the
at the
beach.
restaurant.
Think of the diesel fuel for the school buses. Come on.
The diesel fuel. There's a lot more to this than just pulling the trigger and saying, "Oh, let's go year round."
There is.
And so yeah, I mean, I work for the YMCA down in Warwick, and summer camp is a big thing for us. I have a 117-acre campus. what are we going to do with that now if you have
there's no
if you
kids
don't have,
there?
you have no kids?
Yeah.
Put
You
in
know?
air conditioning.
But
Outside?
outside.
I
so-
just it makes you wonder how many teachers got into the profession, one, because they wanted it's a calling and they wanted to teach kids, but how many went into it and say, I really like the idea of July and August off.
Yeah.
Yeah, and some of it too, and like you mentioned, the 52 weeks. They're paid for the 180, and they have the choice to spread it out. So they're not paid to be there paid for 52 weeks. They're paid for however many weeks the school session is. But it's also, and I go back and forth. It's also very tiring. Those teachers need those 2 months off.
They need
because
need to decompress.
they-
Because
they-
you have a sister that's a teacher.
I have a sister that's a teacher, and boy, do they! By the time you reach that day 180,
Yeah.
they
It's done,
need
huh?
it.
They're toast.
They need it because you're not just dealing with kids.
Right.
Administration.
Administration. And then
Parents.
you're dealing with the parents.
Oh,
Oh,
the
my
teachers.
gosh. And
Oh, the
even if
teachers.
you have a little Johnny who's not the
Who's
a
not
little-
the picture of decorum.
picture of decor. There you go. I was trying to look for the nicest way to say it.
A little brat.
And those parents will come in and yell at the teacher for giving them detention. It's like, well, your child needs a little bit more.
All right. Well, we gotta come to the end of this session right here. So Dominic, thanks for coming in. Breakfast with the Saints is this Sunday, 8 to 12, right over there at St. Anne's. And $20 in advance, $25 at the door. Or you can eat breakfast. Best of luck.
Thank you very much, Joe.
All right. Time for the weather forecast being brought to you by Compassion International.
Partly sunny skies today with a high of 63 degrees and a calm wind. Tonight, mostly cloudy, overnight low of 44. Saturday's weather, a 60% chance of showers, mainly in the afternoon. Cloudy skies all day, 53. Could be up to a quarter of an inch of rain on Saturday late. Saturday night, another half an inch of rain, 90% chance, overnight low of 46 and an easterly wind. Sunday, 60% chance of more rain, patchy fog, otherwise cloudy and 62 for the day. Monday, 60% chance of more showers, partly sunny skies later in the day with a high of 67, but breezy from the southwest. Tuesday, sunny skies with a high of 60. Wednesday, partly cloudy with a high of 58. And Thursday, partly sunny with a high of 57.
Thanks, Dave. Currently outside the Navigate Credit Union broadcast studio at the corner of Park Ave and Kennedy Street with sunny skies now and 53 degrees. Families in poverty are facing a global food crisis. $50 provides a food kit to feed a family for a month. Just text the word radio to 97646.
For an Allstate agent, providing protection options that fit your life is something they take, well, personally. Allstate agents are committed to learning about your needs and helping customize protection to meet them. From bundling your home and auto insurance with ease to evaluating optional coverage, your Allstate agent can help build an insurance proposal that fits your life. And just as important as learning what you need is learning what you don't. Because helping you get coverage you want with savings you deserve is what Allstate is all about. It's time to get coverage that's catered to you. Are you in good hands? Call Kara and Celeste Benjamin at the Benjamin Agency. One agency, two locations in North Smithfield and Bellingham. One telephone number, 765-5000. Subject to terms, conditions, and availability. Allstate Fire and Casualty Insurance Company and Allstate Property and Casualty Insurance Company and affiliates, Northbrook, Illinois.
This is Ed Carew of the Carew Investment Group, 765-8880, with some simple advice about investing. The truth is, there is no simple advice about investing. The old days of financial uptrends and downtrends, lasting for days, weeks, and months or longer, are gone. Sometimes trends last only part of a day before changing direction. Investing is not an activity for those who cannot take the time to study and see each twist and turn for the opportunity that it truly presents. Since 1987, I've seen them all, and I'll invest your money the same way I invest for myself. Carefully, very carefully. And it won't cost you a nickel to talk about it with me. So call me, Ed Carew, at 765-8880 right here in Woonsocket. Securities offered through Bolton Global Capital, member FINRA, SIPC. Advisory services offered through Bolton Global Asset Management, a registered investment advisor.
Hello, this is Manny Brando. I hope you will listen to us each Sunday morning at 8:30. I will sing your favorite songs, and my wife Virginia will organize everything.
That's right, Manny. It's the Manny and Virginia Show every Sunday morning at 8:30 on ON, AM, and FM radio.
This portion of the Coffee and program is sponsored by the Valley Breeze.
Since its founding in 1996, the Valley Breeze has been the trusted source for local news in the Blackstone Valley. Our readers and advertisers understand that shining a light on all aspects of our communities and doing it with some of the best local journalism anywhere makes these cities and towns better places to live in. We believe that truth has value and should triumph over rumors and misinformation. See valleybreeze.com or any of our 5 editions for more on how you can be part of this local news success story.
All right, it's Coffee Ann here on ONAM and FM. Thanks for joining us, and we've had the changing of the guards here, and so we got a whole new group of people here. So around the coffee table, we'll say hi to Judy Sullivan. Hi, Judy.
Hey, Joe. Thanks for having us.
Thanks for being here. Garrett Manseri's here.
Good morning, everybody.
Hi, Garrett. Ellis Cooper is here. Hi, Ellis.
Good morning.
And joining us on the phone, Carol Nasuti. Hi, Carol.
Good morning.
There
Good
she
morning.
is.
Glad to be here with you.
Nice to have you here with us, and we expect Matt Moylan to be joining us as well, and he'll get here when he can get here. So we're going to talk about the George Nasuti 5K walk run that's coming up. But first, Carol, the George Nasuti Good Citizen Scholarship applications are due this Monday, May 1st.
Yes, they are. Yes, they are.
How can the
And they are
kids get them?
available at guidance departments at Woonsocket High School, the Woonsocket Vocational School, North Smithfield High School, and Beacon Charter School.
And how much is the scholarship for?
We give out 4 $1,000 scholarships each year. Although we have 4 schools, they don't necessarily go one to each school. I have a committee because I certainly do not want to be the one picking that. I have a wonderful committee of people who knew George, and we pick the 4 Georgiest people.
Georgiest, I
from
like
all
that.
the scholarships.
All right. And do the students have to be going into a certain area of study, or is it another issues that like community involvement kind of thing that they need to be involved with?
So it's all about community involvement. It's all about in the package that they get in the application. We have a little blurb about what George was all about, and we ask you, like, how are you living the George life? What are you doing for the community? What are you doing to help others? We don't expect it to be huge things. It can be, just everyday things that people do. We don't care where you're going to school. We do ask if you are going on to school, and it's okay if it's a technical school. We're not college snobs. We'll take anybody.
All right.
We don't care about your grades. We don't care about your finances. All we care is what you do for the community.
All right. So the students can pick up the application forms in their guidance departments and just fill them out over the weekend if they haven't already, and then bring them back on Monday, right?
Yes, and you know what? Because there might be people on this listening today, I'm going to say I'll extend it to Wednesday. Let's say we're going to extend it to Wednesday, May 3rd. And I
Okay.
will notify the guidance departments about that. That way, if someone's listening today and has a child or a grandchild or a neighbor that is graduating from one of those 4 schools, they can reach out and get the information, and they'll have till Wednesday to return.
Very good. And when will the decisions be made on who gets the $4,000 scholarships?
So we make the decisions during the month of May, but they're announced at the schools. They usually have an awards night. Each school has an awards night.
Okay.
And
All right.
we present them there, so it's a surprise.
Very good. That's
Not
very
telling,
nice.
Dave. I don't tell.
All right, that's great. Now, the George Nasuti Novan Pride 5K walk run's coming up on Memorial Day weekend. Everybody in sync? Is it ready to go?
We are ready. Yes,
All right.
we are.
Now, is there a new route this year?
We changed the start and the finish line, but
Okay.
the actual route is the same.
Okay.
So it's the same route. What we had to do this year is the registration will be at the Leo Savoy School on Mendon Road, 990 Mendon Road. The start will be on Conrad and the corner of Elder Ballou. So instead of going up that amazing hill coming out, you're actually heading down Elder Ballou, taking a right on Mendon, a right on Diamond Hill Road, up that incredible hill, a right on Bound, and then a right on Elder Blue, and it's a smooth sail all the way back into the finish line
So you make them go up the hill at the end,
at the end.
where it's more difficult. Aren't you lucky,
Come on,
Garrett?
it's in the middle.
What's
It's in
that?
the middle, Dave. Come
That's
on.
true.
Oh, it's in the
Yeah.
middle. Yeah, well, maybe.
I think that will be better though than at the beginning. It kind of hurts you off a little bit, so it gives you a chance to warm up a little bit to get ready to take on the hill. So
Okay.
I think it will be better.
Ellis, do you run in this?
I do.
You
I
do?
and
Okay.
I'm
Can you
actually-
beat Garrett?
I will beat Garrett.
Oh,
Probably.
Challenge accepted.
Challenge, all
I
right.
think you will too. I'm not even contesting.
Well, he's about a foot taller than you, Garrett. So he's got a much longer
When I
stride.
tie his shoelaces together, I'll have the full advantage at the beginning.
Well, that's cheating, and we can't. We don't want any of that. Strategy. Okay, smart. So you're looking for people
Wait a minute,
to.
a more important question.
What?
Alice, can you beat Brooke?
Can you beat your wife? That's a
I
great
can't beat
question.
Brooke at anything.
At anything. Oh, smart man.
But Brax always finishes first in the carriage. So.
I like that. All right, so people can register for the 5K now. Where can they go and register?
So they can go online. There are actually it's oh my gosh, it's on the Georgia City page. As far as if it's on the Facebook page, we have it on our Facebook page. We also emailed it out to the runners that we've had for the last 12 years.
To keep doing it.
Yep, they keep doing it. You can head to the Boys and Girls Club on Social Street. There'll be a QR code there. We're going to hand out QR codes amongst the schools. And hopefully the high school will have the QR code as well. But I'm going to say this wrong. It's Run My Sign Up or My...
It's runsignup.
runsignup.com.
And then they just search Novans prior to Georgia City in the search engine on the page, and you'll be able to find it and sign up right there.
Okay. So are there prizes for the people that actually that come in first, second, third, and anything like that?
A
In
lot
different
of
age
glory,
groups?
and you get a medal.
You do. Good pat on the back too. A nice job.
A hug. You get a hug
Get a
from
hug.
Carol
Oh,
at
well-
the finish
oh,
line.
that's nice.
Carol.
Yeah.
And that's priceless, right, Carol?
What's that, please?
That's priceless, isn't it?
I think so.
Well, that's nice. But did you break it up in age groups as well for getting a medal?
We do the overall. We do an overall first, second, and third, and then we do a overall high school first, second, and third as well.
Okay, all right, not bad.
We also have a kids run, so that is every child receives a medal.
Oh,
on their
yay,
kids' fun
participation
run. Yep,
trophies.
participation. Yep, which they absolutely love, and it's a little fun color run at the end. So.
And how long is their run? It's not 5K.
No, I think Joe, you could do it.
But I'm not a child, though.
You qualify if you would like the color on you.
We can still spray you in color though if you want.
Well, that'd be cool.
I don't know the actual distance. It's probably not even it's not a block.
Oh, okay, that's not bad.
I was going to say, it's whatever looks good in the parking lot. That
Yes,
day.
yes.
20, 25
It's not,
yards.
it's not official
Yes.
like
Yes.
the real 5K.
Right,
Not,
right.
But it's what looks good that morning.
All right, and so do you? Have you reached out to like the police department and they all, so they can keep everybody safe, keep the runners safe from cars and things like that?
So even before heading to the city council, we reached out to the public safety and the chief of police to make sure that the change in the route would be acceptable. That was acceptable.
Good.
We went through the council to receive the permission for the road race as well. So we
All
were
right.
good to go.
So it's all ready to go. Ellis, are you
Something
promoting
I'd like
this?
to mention too.
Oh, yeah, go ahead,
is
Carol.
We've also reached out to everybody on Conrad Street, all the residents of Conrad Street, and they are welcoming us with open arms.
Oh, are they great?
Yes.
So
Because we
they'll be
will
out.
using-
Will they be out there
using
cheering,
it.
cheering on the runners?
I hope so. Would love to see them.
Yeah.
We would actually like all the neighbors to come out, and even if you don't want to run the race, come out along the route and cheer us on because that helps us keep going. We would like
Sure.
people to motivate us to keep going. So if you live in that neighborhood, come out for sure.
And be positive. Don't say, "Come on, you bum, keep moving."
Yeah, even if you're last, just don't be mean. Just say keep going. You're doing good,
And even at the worst part, if they're saying that stuff, at least they're out there.
Well, that's true. That's true. How's the reception with the kids talking about this at the Boys and Girls
Yeah,
Club?
so we're really going to step it up and promote it
Yeah.
to the kids and to the families, but also to our community partners that we're, partnered with, because this is a community event.
Yeah.
And if the community's not there, it's not what George stands for and he was the community. So it's really stands, the more people we get involved, the more kids we know that know about it, the parents. it really, continues his word and what he stood for. So that's really the focus behind everything, and the goal is to make sure the community know what it's for, why it's for, and to make sure it's great.
Excellent. All right. We'll take a quick break here on the Coffee and program. More coming your way. This segment of the Coffee and has been sponsored by the Valley Breeze newspaper.
Since its founding in 1996, the Valley Breeze has been the trusted source for local news in the Blackstone Valley. Our readers and advertisers understand that shining a light on all aspects of our communities and doing it with some of the best local journalism anywhere makes these cities and towns better places to live in. We believe that truth has value and should triumph over rumors and misinformation. See valleybreeze.com or any of our 5 editions for more on how you can be part of this local news success story.
Attention parents and grandparents. Your children can learn how to present themselves for a job interview by attending the Dress for Success event at Jerry's Bluffing Boutique. Here's their chance to discover their personal style in the professional world. Guys will learn how to tie a tie and pick out a sport jacket and slacks. Ladies will find dresses, skirts, and tops, plus shoes and accessories. The Dress for Success event takes place Friday, April 28th from 4 to 7 p.m. at Jerry's Bluffing Boutique. There'll be food, a fashion show, selfie station, music, and attendees will be able to learn about job listings, scholarships, and internships. If you'd like to donate appropriate clothes and accessories for the Dress for Success event, drop them off at Jerry's Bluffing Boutique, 285 Main Street, Woonsocket. Dress for Success, Friday, April 28th, 4 to 7 p.m. at Jerry's Bluffing Boutique.
It's time for the annual Breakfast with the Saints at the St. Anne Arts and Cultural Center. Enjoy a breakfast buffet under the center's magnificently frescoed ceiling. The breakfast will be held on Sunday, April 30th from 8 a.m. to 11 a.m. Tickets are $20 in advance or $25 at the door. Tickets are available at Belo's Flowers, Creative Impressions, The Honey Shop, Timeless Antiques, Vos True Value Hardware, or visit the St. Anne Arts and Cultural Center website.
It's Coffee and here on ON Radio. Thanks for joining us. This is Joe Callahan here with Ellis Cooper and Garrett Manasiri and Judy Sullivan, and Carol Nasuti is on the phone with us as well. Is still with us, Carol? Carol?
Yes, I am.
Okay, she's still with us. What we forgot to mention, we did mention that the George Nasuti Novin Pride 5K is on Memorial Day weekend, but which day is it on? Hello?
It's on Monday,
Oh, I thought.
May
Okay.
29th.
you
And
mentioned.
I want to apologize. I think I've been calling you Dave, and I know it's Joe.
All right. I've been called worse, Carol.
So have I.
Dave is fine. So it's Monday, May 29th. What time does the 5K start? In the morning?
So we
8:30.
gather.
Yeah.
Do you want to take that, Judy, or?
You can take it, Carol. Go ahead.
Okay. So we're going to start gathering at 7 o'clock at the Savoy School, and that's at 990 Mendon Road. And the people, we're hoping that people sign up in advance, but we still do accept people signing up that day. It's just that, it's crazy busy that day.
Yep.
At 8 o'clock, we have the kids' color run. And that, it's like 8 to 8:15. Then we say a few words, and the actual race itself starts, we like to say 8:30, but it's somewhere around 8:30.
Okay.
And it's usually, the whole thing is usually the last walker usually comes in around at the hour mark.
So around
So it takes about
9:30
an
a
hour.
little. Okay. Well, that's not too bad. I can see Garrett crawling in at 9:45.
Go a little faster than that. I know.
All right,
Never
all right.
gonna last, but
We'll see.
Especially if Ellis ties his shoelace.
then maybe, that's a possibility.
Now, is this...
And actually, if anybody's concerned about coming in last, traditionally, I am the last person to cross the finish line. So you never have to worry that you're going to be the last person.
Because it'll be you, Carol. All right. Is this a rain or shine event?
Yes,
It is.
definitely.
It is. Oh,
Yes,
okay.
we can run in the rain.
Have you had years where it's been raining?
I can't remember.
We have. Actually, we had one year we almost had to cancel because of lightning.
Wow.
And it was close to the start time, and then it actually cleared out. But
Okay.
we were a little nervous. I believe our first year, we had torrential downpour.
Yeah.
It was crazy. Mm-hmm. But we still ran it.
You still did
and
it,
We had
okay.
some good years.
Yeah, that's great.
It's only rain. It's only water.
It just
Don't
helps you
water.
cool,
Don't worry
stay cool the whole race. You know?
That great hill.
Joe, we're also looking for sponsors. So the sponsorship is $100. It can be a business or just a person too. We take money from individuals, families, whoever wants to sponsor and help us put on the cost of this and help raise some money. So it's $100, and you get your name on the T-shirts that everybody has. So if you're interested, reach out to us, and we can help you out and send you the form.
Oh, very good. Now, Judy, you don't run in this, do you?
I typically don't. It's so funny. I was thinking
Someone
I should
needs to stay
try
back
run.
and organize.
Yeah, but not so much. I mean, the organization has really gotten pretty smooth.
Okay, good.
And I was actually considering it this year, and I haven't run in.
Yeah, what's your endurance factor?
Ooh, I haven't run at all.
Oh, well, that's pretty low. Okay.
So she might come in last.
Last,
so
you and Carol.
Hanging each other up.
There you go. All right. So, and Ellis, you're going to run this year. Are you normally a race person?
I am.
Okay.
I tend to do races
Other
throughout
race,
the year.
road races?
Yes,
Okay.
yeah.
So what's a good time for you on a 5K?
I would say 21, 22 minutes.
All right.
Wow.
That's good.
That is good.
And Brooke comes in at what, 19 or 20?
Brooke's name's always in front of mine.
All
Yeah,
right, there you
get
go.
me in
Brooks'
trouble.
wife, by the way. So. You're letting her win, right?
Never.
Nah.
I'm too competitive to let her win.
Oh,
She
really?
wins from pure skill, absolutely.
Pure skill. Well, it's your trick knee, right?
Yeah, that's it. That's it. And the look she gives me.
So you're out there in pain, but you're still out there doing it.
Whatever
so.
it takes.
It's the
So for people who don't know,
Yeah.
I just want to point out, we're teasing Ellis about Brooke. Brooke and Ellis are both wonderful athletes, but Brooke is one of Woonsocket's premier athletes that ever came through our school system. She shined in everything she did, and George and I have known her since she was born. She actually played Little League with our Chris, so it's family.
What sports did she play in high school?
She played soccer.
Yeah.
Soccer, of course, basketball.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Softball too?
And she's not do softball.
No?
I remember.
Okay.
She did baseball.
Good for her. All right.
And when someone says you play like a girl, you could only hope you play like one.
That's exactly it.
But now I also want to point out that Ellis, I want to say, and tell me if I get this wrong, Ellis is the operations manager of the Northern Rhode Island Boys and Girls Club, the Woonsocket chapter.
Yes, correct.
And so I just want to point that out because I don't think we mentioned that earlier, and I just want people to know who he is.
My mistake, Ellis. Sorry about that.
That's all right, Dave. I mean,
quite all right. So in past years, on the average, about how many people take part in the 5K?
We have had as many as, we were talking about this yesterday at a brief meeting, we've had as many as 500, a little over 500.
Wow.
And then we've had as few as 150, depending on, what's going on in people's lives at that point. So 200, 250 would be a great number for us this year. We'd love to go beyond that and get a lot more people involved. Basically, like Ella said and Carol talk about, it's a community event. It's really what George was about. It's the Georgiest thing that we can do as far as honoring him and celebrating George. So
Okay. How much is it to register to run?
So right now, if you register and you are a student, it is $15, and adults are $25.
Okay.
That's pre-registration.
Day of the race?
Day of the race, it does go up. It goes up to $20 and $30.
Okay.
And the kids'
Still
fun
not
run is
bad.
$5.
Okay. So very, very, very reasonable.
Very
I think
affordable,
so.
exactly. We also offer a family discount per registration and a team discount too, $2 per. So if you have a big team coming in, it's going to save you some money too.
Yeah, that'd be cool to get out like a Little League baseball team, like that Manseri real estate team. That,
Yes,
they
exactly.
should all be out
It's a
there.
team of one person, so I'll get all the people there. I promise.
Yeah, does a
And
team
you
of
need
one
to make
count?
up your own team. In
Yes.
the beginning, we have some groups that just like a neighborhood or something that will participate, or friends that will participate, and make up their own team, and we're fine with that too.
Okay.
Exactly.
Judy, tell us the route again, since it has changed from years past.
So it's definitely changed. We're going to be gathering at Leo Savoy School, 990 Mendon Road. And there'll be plenty of parking. I believe the church
At the school?
Well, the church down the street.
Oh,
I
okay.
believe we're receiving permission to park there.
St. Joseph's, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Parking lot in the back too of the school, so you
Okay.
can park there and walk around.
Yeah. We'll be gathering there. We'll actually be walking down Conrad, and at the end of Conrad, Elder Baloo. The start will begin right there.
Okay.
So again, professionally timed this year. Spittlers coming in. They'll be doing the race times for us. We have a start, so it'll be all chipped. So it'll be start at the mat and end at the mat.
All right.
So
Very
if you're in the
high-tech.
back of the pack, yes, yeah, your start time will still be your start time.
Okay.
And we're hoping that pack is going to be very large.
Let's hope so.
So you're going to head down Elder Baloo. So right at the start, you're going to take a left on Elder Baloo, and then you're going to take your first right on Mendon Road. We'll go in front of where the water stop used to be, which was Senator Roger Picard's house. We are changing our water stop this year. You can head all the way up Mendon Road, take a right on Diamond Hill Road.
Up the hill.
Up the hill, yes, to Bound Road. We are going to host a water spot somewhere on Bound Road after you get up that hill, so you get a little water break, and then you're smoothing all the way in from Elder Baloo. It's basically downhill
Oh, from
to
there,
the
yeah.
finish. Yes. So you should be able to pick up some speed and head all the way into the finish line.
Hear that, guys? Pick up speed.
It's going to roll down.
How many years has the this Novan Pride 5K been going on?
So I'm going to let Carol talk about that because it's kind of an anniversary year. It is and it isn't. We did start back in 2013. So Carol, you want to take that?
Yes. So this whole race started in November of 2013. October of 2013 with George and Judy, and it was their idea, and it went from there. But with COVID, we had a year that we didn't have it. We had a year that we had an Autumn Fest weekend. So this is actually the 10th running of the Novan Pride 5K.
Okay.
It's the 9th year that it's the George Nasuti Novan Pride 5K, because next year will be the 10-year anniversary of losing him.
Okay. Well, we always count the COVID year. It's kind of like Autumn Fest. It's the 45th. We didn't have one.
Everything
but,
was virtual, so
yeah.
we still
So we
did
just
it,
we
yeah.
just you count it in there.
Did it a different way.
Okay.
No, it's funny. We did have people that went out and ran that year and told us about it.
We did.
Oh yeah, they just did it on their own.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, good for
Yes, Joe Nader was one of them.
Hey, good for them. These runners, they're just committed. We're running and we don't
They should
care.
be committed.
Well, I've said that too, but all right. I want to bring it up once again, Carol. This is the George Nasuti Good Citizen Scholarship applications. The date to have them back in has been extended to Wednesday, May 3rd. But tell us once again where the scholarship applications can be picked up for this year's graduating seniors.
So they're available at the guidance department. I think they still call them that. Of all the schools that are eligible, which is Woonsocket High School, Woonsocket Vocational, North Smithfield High School, and Beacon Charter.
And you're giving away 4 $1,000 scholarships. I want to make sure I put the pause in there. Someone doesn't think they get a $4,000 scholarship. There's 4 $1,000 scholarships. And it's not one to each school, right?
It is not one to each school. It's the 4 Georgius people that
The Georgians
apply.
people, that's right. So fill out the application. They're looking for people who have had extraordinary commitment to community service and who have demonstrated creativity in shaping their volunteer activities. So on the scholarship form, are they looking for like a 500-word essay, something like that, Carol?
Yes, just a 500-word essay.
On what they do.
And a list of your, we want a list of your involvement.
Right, okay. And get that back to the guidance department by this coming Wednesday, May 3rd, to be considered. And then the awards will be taken out at each schools, if it's part of your school, at their award ceremony a little later on in the year. So best of luck to the students. Do you get a lot of applicants for this?
Some years we only got like a half a dozen.
Yeah.
Other years we've gotten 35 or 40.
Wow. I wonder. Makes you wonder
Sometimes
why
it's
that
like
is.
going to
I know, isn't that
fill out
strange?
those
We're trying to give you free money, and no one wants to take it. it's bizarre. But anyway, so that's coming up as well, and then we got the George Nasuti 5K Pride Fun Run coming up on Monday, May 29th. But now's the time to sign up. We want a lot of people.
Exactly.
300 or so.
Exactly.
And where can they go again to register as we wind down the show? Where can we register to sign up for this race? Or 5K?
I would say the best way is to just go online and search for either George Nasuti 5K or Novum Pride 5K.
Or the runsignup.com?
Yes.
You can go there as well?
Yeah.
All right. So
And at the schools, there's going to be those QR codes that people can just scan with their phone and sign in online there.
nice and simple, right? Technology is a wonderful
Yeah.
thing. And we got Ellis over there pushing the kids to go. Right?
Absolutely, pushing everyone.
All right, that sounds great. Well, Carol, thanks for joining us on the phone today. We appreciate it.
Hey, thank you. Thanks for having me. I just want to say, as long as you show up with goodness in your heart, you're welcome at the George 5K. It's a family event, and as you can tell by our relationship here, we are all family. There's so much love in the air that day that I just wish we could bottle it up and keep it every day. But I have to leave with, have respect, get respect. That was George's mantra. and we need
Thanks,
it now
Carol.
more than ever.
And free hugs from Carol at the end of the race.
Yeah.
No matter how sweaty you are.
That's it.
Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter.
Doesn't matter. Carol, she'll be there with a towel. All right, Carol, thank you very much. Judy Sullivan, thanks for coming in.
Thanks, Joe. We appreciate all
right.
that you do for us.
You're welcome. Garrett Masseri, thanks for coming in. Best of luck in the race, by the way.
Thanks, Joe. Thank you. Have a good day, everybody.
All right, Ellis, best of luck in the race with you
Likewise.
and your wife.
Thank you. Thank you.
Keep her right on in front so you can keep an eye on her, right?
That's it. That's the plan on.
All right, this is Joe Callahan. Have a great week, everyone. Great weekend, I should say. And we'll see you on Monday here on the Coffee and Program.
Broadcasting live and local daily from the Navigant Credit Union broadcast studio at the corner of Park Avenue and Kennedy Street. This is WOON Woonsocket Radio. And now, the news. The Rhode Island Turnpike and Bridge Authority is advising drivers to plan for possible delays during lane closures on the Pell Bridge. Going to